taking part in events all around the world at the moment and has been getting some good results, and one of the names that is catching some attention, certainly here on the women's series, currently ranked 13 on the order of merit going into this season, taking on Lauren Bloomfield, who is probably quite happy with this draw. And the reason I say she's quite happy with this draw is because she's avoiding Gemma Hayter, someone she has ran into quite a lot already in 2025.
Yeah, and hasn't had a great deal of success against either. Just away from this game for a brief moment. We've been talking a lot about the big names in the women's series, the likes of Bo Greaves, Noelyn van Leuven, Fallon Sherrick, Lisa Ashton, Robin Byrne. But there is one notable omission from the players we've talked about, and that is Mikuru Suzuki. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to see a great deal of the miracle in 2025. And of course, we do wish her the very best and hope that we see her back on the women's series and, of course, in events like the match play and the Grand Slam very, very soon. Yeah, it does feel a bit of a shame. Was really rediscovering a game, wasn't she? The back end of 2024, actually throughout 2024, where you said this is starting to become the Mikuru Suzuki that we saw sort of dominating at Lakeside.
85.
Yeah, there was a large spell where it was the Bo Greaves and Mikuru Suzuki show. More often than not, they'd meet in the final of events, and
85.
Mikuru able to push Bo all the way, even though it was more often than not Bo who came out on top. But excited to see who comes out on top in this one. Aurora Fochesato, as Matt has already mentioned. Big, big hopes for what she can achieve in Italy. She is, of course, an Italian champion 3 times, and also a 3-time European champion as well.
100.
And travelling the globe, playing the game as well. Clearly has ambitions, wants to be part of this women's revolution that is going on within darts at the moment. And
59.
Trying to be one of the players that can come and challenge the women at the top of the sport. And we are seeing, as we keep mentioning, so many good quality young players starting to sort of break through. Not quite got to the point they're regularly beating the players at the top, but that win against Rhiannon O'Sullivan is something that really does frank the form and show the direction of which Aurora is going.
$28.
Double 8 now for Lauren Bloomfield to take the opener, but another opportunity for Aurora to break.
Choices here. I like that play. I'm not always 100% advocate of the tops, but that first start really did block the treble.
Game shot.
It's Lauren Bloomfield who takes the opener. And again, similar to the issues of Hannah Meek in our first game, it's about staying straight, 29. Isn't it? We talked a bit about Aurora's action yesterday, and you said squeamish was the word.
60.
It is about trying to stay straight and score those 60s, even if you don't find a big treble. Just straying into the 1s and 5s 81. Too much at the moment.
And of course, don't forget to do your morning yoga and Pilates. Will be one 100. Of those sort of throws that requires maintenance over time to make sure that it can be sustained in the same level. See there, at the end of the throw, the fingers almost coming back to face herself. That is a lot of strain.
I don't even think my hands move that way.
60.
I can confirm Abby is trying that right now, and I use the word try because it wasn't overly successful.
60.
And I think I've managed to put my back out just trying that.
We can confirm as well the first ever Canadian taking part in the women's series. 100. Rachel Part has just picked up a 4-3 victory over on board 5. Anastasia Dobromizlova also going through 4 legs to 2 against Sandra Page.
60.
No real big early casualties. Biggest name we've lost so far, possibly Kirsty Hutchinson, whose form's quite not there at the moment, despite the fact still popping in some decent averages.
Yeah, Gemma Hayter currently in action, though. 1-0 down to Natalie Gilbert.
66.
I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise to see Gilbert win that, but it would be a big name casualty if Hayter didn't come through. Brutal opening tie.
45.
Tops now for Aurora to level proceedings.
65. 56. 28. Game shot.
Well, Aurora had her opportunities in that leg, but Lauren Bloomfield punishing those misses. Been there or thereabouts in both legs.
100.
But Bloomfield doing enough at the moment, isn't she?
Do you know, when you watch Lauren Bloomfield,
100.
this is my first time being able to cast an eye over, and when you watch the action, you watch the way she's moving around, the way she's sort of playing with confidence, you feel there's more in there. It does feel like there's a good level of control right now where she's capable of so much more.
100.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's amazing to think that watching the way she's playing, she's only won 4 games on the women's series.
60.
I can say right now that is going to change across 2025, that's for sure.
Could very well change today.
45.
Well, this is a cash game, isn't it? Last 32 is where the prize money will be starting on the women's series this weekend.
125.
So a win here will get you in the prize money, which is how the ranking system is decided. An order of merit system based on prize money, just like every other tour within the PDC
78.
system, the Pro Tour, Challenge Tour, Development Tour, and of course the main overall order of merit.
44. 122.
Tops to move
Hey,
within
shot.
1 of the match. And that's exactly what she does. I was actually doing her a disservice because it was 4 wins before this weekend. She did win 3 matches yesterday as well. So it is up to 7. But it
100.
looks like it's going to become 8. And as you said, the way she's playing, there's certainly more in there, isn't there?
140.
It's a performance that's knocking on the door, and I think it's... when you look at the darts, not where they're landing, it's the depth, it's the control, it's everything,
135.
it's the grouping that just makes you believe that we're watching someone here that maybe we should keep an eye on. We always say on every single one of these women's series
60.
weekends, there's a story of the weekend. You've got your overall stories that run through everyone, but someone always comes through the pack and becomes an interesting
60.
player to keep an eye on next time out. And Lauren Bloomfield is certainly putting herself on that shortlist.
Absolutely agreed.
41.
Touch of frustration there.
92.
She's down to a finish. She's had a couple of goes to get out her legs, but
35.
always felt like she's been chasing as Aurora. This time, has a little bit of time on her side.
38. 76. 98. So.
Yeah, just taking a little step to compose herself there.
66.
And does so very, very well. A really important last dart there.
Game show.
From Bloomfield, but it does, of course, leave her on a bogey number. Good job that it didn't really matter in the end. Keeping an eye on proceedings elsewhere. Natalie Gilbert
96.
now a leg away from knocking out Gemma Hayter.
I suppose this also goes to show the stealthy
53.
progression that Aurora's been making over time as well. We're talking about Lauren Bloomfield, someone we think could go on to do a little bit more, someone we've enjoyed watching here. But Aurora's actually averaging 4
48.
points more at this situation, despite being 3-1 down.
$55. $139. $55.
Was that the last slip, the last mistake that she's going to be able to make?
67.
And still really feel competitive. This has to be full, you feel. Not going to be.
85.
Lauren Bloomfield now, time to get the job done.
97.
And she leaves it very handy for when she returns. But potentially
44.
the fourth win of the weekend.
$34. $100. No score.
Well, an unexpected opportunity here. Tops for a breaker throw.
69.
But not to be so. A warning for Lauren Bloomfield.
Good shot and the
this
match.
time she does take it her fourth match dart to record her fourth win of the weekend. Had previously only won 4 games on the Women's Series. Well, she's matched that this weekend and she is through to the next round.